people underestimate what goes into setting up a campaign, a Facebook ads campaign, a follow-up campaign sequence, and all of those variables. It's not a matter of a couple hours, there's your ad, bang, you're going. The old school of, well, not the old school, people do it all the time, is pressing the blue boost post button. That's not the solution. Not to a successful ad campaign anyway. You could boost it, you can get some half decent results, but you need to play the long game, prepared to learn it, prepared to do it, get some runs on the board. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't want to play that game. Bit of motivation for Monday is, I think what really motivates me is the fact that, and I was thinking about this over the weekend, and weekend's always a good time for me to reflect, and something happened. I was actually driving on the highway, and I seen a family, like it was school holidays, so there was a family in a car, and it was a very old beat up car. Like it almost looked like the wheels were going to fall off it. But there was 3 kids in the back, the 2 parents in the front, and it looked like they were going on a bit of a holiday. And it reminded me of me as a kid, being in that beat up car, heading to a holiday or actually going to experience something else. It just made me realize how, not lucky in the sense of, I just stumbled upon, the life I have now, but just really reiterates the fact of, what luck really means is when preparedness meets opportunity. So being prepared for those opportunities that can present themselves. What motivates me is becoming as prepared as I possibly can for what's next. And not just waiting for something to fall in your lap. Because, once I guess you look at what we've been doing here the last couple of months, we've only just moved into this new facility. I've already brought on a couple of new team members. There's a heap of new things coming. There's opportunities coming our way. But it's only because I've been prepared. I've been putting myself into those prepared places. So Monday gives you, a bit of an outlook, a fresher starting point, to go, how can I become more prepared this week for what potentially could come? One thing I don't want to do, and I don't want to rush the process. So I've got down here, actually we'll talk about later, but going over all our checklists and procedures we've got in place, like what would happen when we do bring on another person. Because there's all that time, focus, energy in that. And for me, my biggest thing at the moment is freeing up my time as well to be able to make sure that I'm spending the right time with you on doing the right training, the right onboarding, the right process that we've got. Because it's easy just to throw someone in the deep end and go, here you go figure it out. Which is good because you already come with your floaties already attached. You already know majority of the context of what we're doing. It's just how do we, teach you how to swim faster, I guess. All good? All right, let's go, fellas. I love introducing clients to the world of online, where you can actually sell products and services online. This particular client, they're doing 100K, 150K plus a month in an offline business, and now they're creating online products and courses to go out to the market. And it's awesome seeing the excitement, because I know the journey that someone goes on. You go from idea, and there's a number of different steps along the way. It's not a matter of, I've got an idea, I'm going to write an ebook, and now I'm going to sell an ebook. Those days, are numbered in that sense. Now it's delivering the best of the best information that you have in a way that is consumable to the consumer, right? And that's why you don't see many ebooks for sale now. No one really wants to just read a long, book full of just insightful pieces of information. They just want the tactic, how to actually go and do something. The big question I get is, when should I go online? Because what you need to understand is the time that you're spending building a course is you're taking that time away from where you could spend, building your actual offline business. And I see too many people jump into this online world and they totally forget about this offline, where they're already generating income and they're putting all their eggs in this one basket over here, hoping that this basket's going to be the one that flourishes, So there's finding that balance and not cutting your leg off over here. And when you start this online world, it's not what you expected it to be, because the reality is you're not going to make 100 grand overnight. It just doesn't happen like that. It's not just about an ad, a page a product? Because what if you're going to ship product? Or like, what if your positioning of your product isn't good? What if the deliverables that you're saying you're going to give is not, it's not enticing to the person? What if the web page you've created, the sales copy you've created isn't converting? So many variables that go along the chain that people don't look at. When it comes to coaching and you're playing a bigger part in the overall longevity of the journey, is a good coach will go, well, before we start getting into the task you want to tackle, I need to make sure that we've completed what we discussed last time, which can be the hardest thing, especially if you're a new coach, because you feel bad about going, hey, look, I get that you want to go and work on this Facebook ad now, or you want to work on this funnel, but I haven't seen evidence of this being completed yet. But then you also don't want to fall into the trap of someone jumps on the line and they're like, well, what do I do now? A coach's job is not to build someone's business for them. It's to be able to help them along the way so they can become, self-sustaining, and they can see what is the next step as well. We've got a post right now going that's been on my fan page that went super crazy, and literally had thousands of comments on it. Yet we posted on another page that has more followers than my one, and it hasn't gone as well. And so there's so many variables you need to look at, and this is that whole concept again of, Facebook posts. You don't know which one's going to be a home run. That's why the consistency and persistency needs to happen. Because who's going to have more chance of reaching an audience if you've put up 10 posts in the month or 30? That's the difference. If you go one a day, you put 356 posts up. If you go 3 a day, you've got close to over 1,000 posts. Massive difference. Massive difference of opportunity cost lost as well. How we doing? Brett Campbell here, creator and founder of Authority Academy. Check that out. Oh, that was a good light. That's got a flash on it. Wow. I went to press the other button and I just gave myself an instant makeover. When people say big man, does that mean that you think I'm big as in muscular big, or is it just a throwaway word big, or is it that I might be overweight? Interesting, the word big. Instead of going large man or muscle man. Swole, yeah. Anyway, that's enough from us. So there's probably a double-edged sword here. I've got something that I think from a post would be really effective for you to get up there. I can help you with crafting a couple of ads, right? The only thing that's going to be is for you to, if you were to tackle this, you need to set up a dedicated ad to each of these locations. And because you've got 9 different events, you're going to want to set up different targeting to each location as well, okay? The example of, our ads, for one event that we've got running, we've got, there's 120 different ad sets. So creating multiple variations of different, slight changes of things that are working. How do you improve it? How do you make it better? You'll go in there one day, something's not working. How do we make that convert better? You might have to turn it off, turn it on. There's so many different things when it comes to Facebook ads. And again, another reason why we've created Campbell Media Group. My gosh, it's something I could run a 5-day workshop on Facebook ads, which I've always thought about maybe doing that, running an intense Facebook ads workshop with a ticket price of probably 10 grand, I would say. You would save that amount of money. You would save that amount of money up front from doing this shit properly. Anyway, if you want to come 10 grand, let me know in the comments. I'll make it happen. Facebook ads is a craft. It really is. It's an art that you've got to learn. And because it's an ever evolving art on the go, it's not, okay, I've learned this, now it's going to be that every single time. It changes, it adapts. People underestimate what goes into setting up a campaign, a Facebook ads campaign, a follow-up campaign sequence, and all of those variables. It's not a matter of a couple hours, there's your ad, bang, you're going. The old school of, well, not the old school, people do it all the time, is pressing the blue boost post button. That's not the solution. Not to a successful ad campaign anyway. You could boost it, you can get some half decent results, but you need to play the long game. The long game, prepared to learn it, prepared to do it, get some runs on the board. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't want to play that game.